marked by a clear division of society. The tense political situation prompted fears of the spread of violence, as we've been seeing over the past week. Joining us this morning to talk more about Ramadan and the developments here in Egypt is Dr. Ismail Hamed, Islamic researcher. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us.
Happy Ramadan to you, first of all. And just as we were talking right now with the holy month of Ramadan, I don't know, maybe during the 25th of January revolution, Egyptians just used to act as one man. Yes. After the revolution, we have these divisions in the society that we have never seen before. Yes. And I think this is something major that I don't know how we are going to overcome it. So how can we take lessons from Islam? Because this is not Islam.
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for your invitation, and I would like to congratulate all the Muslims and the whole world by this special days in Islam. Sure that division, this is a human feeling. This to be divided, and God created the people with different races and different cultures. This is a nature, but there is a limit of this nature, okay? And it should not be to that division to be anti-human and to have that aggressive feeling against the other one, because that is showing the contrast of the essence and the meaning of Islam. Islam, even the word itself, it means salam. So this is a base of that great religion that is talking about the tolerance and how to respect the other people. And I think after January 25 and after 30 June, and I think the Egyptian society had a bad experience with whom that they claim that we have an Islamic project. These people, and I wonder, and I support anyone who is talking that I have a project of Islam. Okay, but just show me. We have a genius expression that I would like to say every time. Please don't talk to me about Islam, but show me your Islam. So this is the explanation that we have of the tradition and hadith of Prophet Muhammad. He said that, ad-din al-mu'amala. It means that religion is practice. Religion is the treatment. And I would like to distinguish between two important things. People that they would like to commercialize with Islam, and the tradesmen that they spread Islam to the far islands, like I think now in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Philippines. So far islands on the southeast of Asia. Now they have the big number of Islamic population in the world. Never we hear about swords or anything or arms. Just they were converted to Islam by the treatment and the practice of the Islamic tradesmen, that they show them the essence and the morals of Islam. So I think, and also on the other side, some people that every time they talk every time and they claim we have the project. Show me your project. It was a very critical year that we had the last year, and they failed to do this. So for Islam, we don't need just to talk. We want to do, and to do on reality, and to show the morals of that religion. So I think, and I agree with you that we have that bad experience and very bad experience. And now I think we should revise ourselves. All the people that they claim about the project of Islam, they should revise themselves and to think about this point, and not just to talk and just to do and to practice the religion on the ground. It's something very important. For this.
Sir, when people go through a difficult time, especially societies, we hear the statement, read history to learn from past experiences. Yes. In the history of Muslims, Muslims went through similar cases, or if we can call them fitna.
Yes, sedition.
Yes, sedition. Yes. If we compare our situation today, where we see this sedition in our society, to previous seditions among Muslims, what can we learn? How can we avoid and overcome the current sedition?
Yes, I think in Islamic history we have lots of events of such kind of sedition and such kind of troubles, and the mix of the religion and that thing like that. And I think even that happened after the death of Prophet Muhammad, or even during the life of Prophet Muhammad. And I think when some of the disbelievers or the hypocrites, that they accused the Sayyidah Aisha that they made bad act with some or one or something like that, or the al-ifk, as it's mentioned in the Quran, it was something like that. Also, even after the death of Prophet Muhammad, we have a great sedition that was very dramatic after the kill of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan. That is, even after that, so we had two opinions between the Muslims. Some people, they ask we should revenge of the blood of Uthman. On the other side, other people, they think that we should be more quieter and calmer, and later we can do this. Because the people who killed Al-Khawarij, who killed Uthman ibn Affan, they are a bigger number in Medina, and they should make troubles. And the Islamic State, after the killing of Sayyidina Uthman, it was so hard time. So the first opinion, Sayyidina Aisha, she had this opinion, we should revenge at time of this. And Sayyidina Ali, okay, he had the other point of view, we should be more quieter, and should we be more stable after killing of Sayyidina Uthman, and after that we can deal with such people. So it was a time of fitna and sedition between the Muslims, and as we know that we have lots of traditions that we have about this time, and lots of people, they talk about the companions of Prophet, but it is just a misunderstanding point of view. Okay, it's not just a point of the aggression between the Sahaba themselves. No, it was just a misunderstanding of a point. Some people, we should revenge now. Other people, we should make it a little bit later and to postpone this for after that. So it is just a misunderstanding. But it was a time of sedition. I think it is bigger than that we have now. We talk about the Sahaba and the companions of Prophet after the death of Prophet, just a few years.
But let's talk about it later, because some people, they were talking about this in particular, saying yes, they will take revenge, but later.
Yes.
And this is the same as if here they are saying, okay, we will take revenge,
yes,
but not now, we're going to move, but later.
Yes.
And to join this with another question, because
yes,
it has to do with it also, which is better when we have Islamic researcher or a da'iyah, which part is better for him, to seek posts, political posts, or to move on with Islam?
No. I disagree with the da'iyah to talk in politics and to show himself as a politician. And every time I listen to him, he's talking about
there is
politics.
Something about this point, but I can't say it in Arabic exactly.
Yes, I understand what you say.
If you found a person who is moving on for posts, don't move to him.
Yes, sure. And now I said to myself, any da'iyah, he's talking in politician, I don't listen to him. He is over for me, even for that. Da'iyah, it means please, tell us about God, tell us about Prophet, about Islam, about the morals and everything. And don't mix your mission and your job with something very different. And as we say that politics is something changed every time. Islam is a base, never change. So we cannot mix that and that. So to be a da'iyah or to be a politician, we cannot mix of this. Yes, for da'iyah, he can give a point of view, but not to be as a politician every time. So I think for the da'iyah in this time and the Islamic sheikh, they should be more wiser. And not to call now the young men, go on the street and protect Islam. There is an invasion about Islam or over Islam. I think something very dangerous of this point of view. Okay, we cannot play on the heart of these young men that they are very what can I say? They are very pure. Okay, guys, that they would like to protect Islam. When there is a da'iyah, a big da'iyah, he's telling them, okay, go and protect your Islam and make a jihad. What kind of jihad? You are not fighting with an enemies. You are not fighting with I think it's something very mixed and very troubling for the people, and it is a time of sedition now because it came from big da'iyah. Big da'iyah should be more wiser, but I see lots of da'iyah that they are out of wisdom for that time.
Okay, sir, my question is very much related to Nashwa's.
Yes.
Ex-Muslim Brotherhood leader Sarwat al-Kharbawi once said that the Muslim Brothers wanted to enter politics with their religion, but they spoiled their religion with politics.
Yes, I agree with this, because their point of view, at first of all, is just to call to Islam. After that, with the time, they wanted to have what we call that, to have the masterdom and to be the master of the world, okay? And to have the idea of control, tamkeen, this to control of Egypt, and from Egypt to spread in another country, and then to spread all over the world. For their meaning, they feel that it is for Islam. But on the ground, they to bulverse on the other regime. For the people in Gulf, they are afraid of the Muslim brothers because they would like to bulverse and they would like to change the regime there. The people that are very prosperous over there. So they don't need you. You are failed. You did not do any good things in your country. And just to show that over there. So, and for me, and something very strange. You are failed in your country.
It's not that strange because when they fail here or their failure in Egypt means their failure worldwide. It has to do with the organization.
Yes.
Because this is completely different. They did not fail in Egypt and they are working abroad. No, this means something for the whole organization worldwide.
Yes.
It has to do with the system itself.
But the problem that they don't believe that they are failed. Every time they protest and they say, they argue that all people, they are against us.
Conspiracy.
All people and all
they always talk about
the conspiracy and the plotting and all this. No, it means that you are a failure. You did not do. You cannot collect the people. You are not tolerant. Prophet Muhammad, when he came from Medina to Mecca, what he said to the people of Mecca, to the disbelievers, go, you are free, do as you want. What he said to Abu Sufyan, who fought him on all the great battles, anyone, he went to the house of Abu Sufyan, he is safe on his life. When he is dead with the wife of Abu Sufyan, Hind bint Utbah, the woman that opened the belly of Sayyidina Hamza and she took his liver and eat it. How he said? She became Muslim. She converted to Islam and she became a good Muslim. What about Wahshi, who killed Sayyidina Hamza? He became Muslim and he killed Musaylim al-Kazab on the Ridda. So this is the tolerance of Islam. If you are aggressive with the other people on that they don't believe on your beliefs, so you will make the opposite. You will make the contrast. If you are tolerant, you will gain all the people that they are not tolerant. They did not show any sign of tolerance. So we should blame them and they should blame themselves.
In less than a minute, maybe my last question has to do with people, just as you mentioned, the da'iyah. What is a da'iyah? Because do you think it might come to a day that we need a law to organize people working in religion, because they might take people into this sedition you are talking about? Anyone can come outside in TV and work as preacher or talking about Islam. Anyone can do this? Or do we need people to be qualified for this
Yes, should
mission?
be qualified. And I think Azhar,
how can we make it?
Azhar. We have Al-Azhar.
Yes,
Azhar,
of course we have it, but still we have other people coming out with words and delivering statements. This is what I'm talking about. How can we limit or control this?
Yes. I think Azhar should do something very strong on this point. And as there is a doctor who cannot be a doctor without to be qualified, the same thing also for the da'iyah. He should be also graduated of Azhar, and he should have also any permission of Azhar, this to talk about Islam and to give the real image of Islam.
Dr. Ismail Hamed, Islamic researcher, thank you so much for being with us this morning on Breakfast Show. Thank you for joining us. And unfortunately, this brings us to the end of this morning's edition of Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow, same time, on more on The Breakfast Show.